Dear brother monks, I have been asked to give a few words to you. I don't know exactly what to speak about. Naturally, it is for an old man to remember the old days when the first idea of a training center to be started here was mooted. There was much of opposition, even from our senior monks. They thought that every center of ours is a training center, and there is no special purpose to be served by starting a training center at the headquarters. Of course, there are many handicaps also at that time. Our financial constraint was one of the most difficult ones. But even then the idea was not given up, and it was started with a small beginning, and gradually you see it is growing in volume and growing in importance also. You are being provided with various facilities for enriching your mind and also enriching your soul spiritually. Now what is ideal, what is meant for the training center mainly is to provide a suitable atmosphere for the boys who come here so that they can build themselves spiritually and intellectually both. I think efforts have been made to some extent for it, but I don't say it is quite up to our satisfaction. We want to give you better facilities also, but step by step we are improving our performance year by year. And these 2 years that you have been provided with an opportunity for getting better scope for improving your life quality is not enough for the purpose. Everybody feels the time is too short, but under the present circumstances we are not able to extend the period much. But let us remember one thing. Let us make the best utilization of the opportunity that you get here. Here you get your training under best teachers available, and also an environment that will give us ample scope for improving yourself spiritually. This holy association of the place, associated with Swamiji himself, Holy Mother, and the senior disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. Now this hallowed memory is a great help to every one of us, and let us hope he will make the best utilization of this period. Here you come from different centers which are scattered all over India, and sometimes some centers abroad. Now Your living together itself is a great training. You feel united in a community life with the sole idea of preparing yourselves for a life of dedication to the way of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother and Swamiji. You are dedicated to that, and whatever opportunity you get is meant for equipping yourself better for that purpose. Now it is a great opportunity, but the period is too short. So see that every moment of it is fully utilized. This community life itself is a great training. You understand how to live together, how to have sympathy for everybody, how to just be considerate and helpful to one another, and then you intellectually equip yourself better, and more than that, spiritually. Now that is most important thing that we have to remember. Ours is a spiritual organization, and therefore we have to remember every one of our members has to show in his life the ideal that the institute, that the order stands for. Now that has to be remembered. Our dedication to Thakur Ma and Swamiji will mean our life will be shaped in their mold accordingly, so that we become fit for their service. Our equipment is only for that purpose, not to show off our intelligence or our powers of effective speeches and so on. But let us show that we can reflect to some extent the light that Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother and Swamiji wear. Now it is that light that we have to keep blazing through us, and we should remember that forever. Now we will go back to the centers of activity, where you will have to face the life of reality as against the protected life that you lived here. You must be properly equipped for that. You must be able to do justice to the responsibilities that will come to you invariably as members of the organization. And this training center is meant to make you somewhat more able to face your responsibility. You have to remember that the life here was meant for making you fit for facing the life that is coming to you, which will be full of responsibility. For what? For serving mankind in the spirit that you have imbibed through Thakur Ma and Swamiji. That is the idea with which you have to go on preparing ourselves. And those of you who will go back to their respective centers, wherever they may be, try to be adaptive to that changed circumstances and do justice to that, so that people will say, oh, the training center is a great blessing for us.